Hello, my beautiful, beautiful people. What up? So, welcome to my first official video on Talks with Tiffany. As you know, I am Tiffany, and you know what? I'm about to be real raw with this shit. Really. I'm gonna be me to its truest form. Sometimes when I talk, like, like say I'm talking to you guys and I'm recording myself or I'm on Snapchat or Instagram, like sometimes my customer service voice comes out. So I'm just like, hi, how are you? How you doing today? But in reality, I'm like, what up? How are you? What's good? How's your day going? How's so and so? So I'm gonna try to check myself if I find myself doing my little customer service voice and just try and be as true as possible. But yeah, so just a little insight on Talks with Tiffany. Talks with Tiffany was created from my pain, from my heartbreak, from my tears, from my sad soul. And, at that time when I created it 4 years ago, I actually started it on my Snapchat. So I would do it like every Sunday and every Thursdays. And I would just basically open up about my separation. My ex-husband and I just recently finalized our divorce, and it has been 4 years since we separated. I have been with this man since I was 17 years old. He was basically my whole life. I was with him my whole life, and we had a beautiful little family. And I am great. I am good now. So I don't even like that part just doesn't hurt me like it used to. And so I'm fine, I've overcame it. And you know what? It's made me stronger, as cliche as that sounds. But my talks with Tiffany is where that stemmed from. And like I said, I was opening up about what I was going through and how events unfolded and turned through that separation and me becoming very depressed. I ended up becoming a very bad alcoholic and I was drinking all the time. So aside from my talks with Tiffany, I created Buzz Talks with Tiffany. And so that was normally like every day after like 8 o'clock p.m. I was already pretty like drunk. And I am not an aggressive drunk. I am not a violent drunk. So it wasn't necessarily like that where I'm like getting in trouble all the time. Yes, with that I did, get oh my god. I got two DUIs. I can't even talk, sorry. Yeah, I got two DUIs. And so, but I've learned my lessons, and I have toned down a lot. I am not that person anymore. Healed, not fully healed, but I'm just not that person anymore, which thank God. Because that was just a little too ridiculous. But yeah, so Buzz Talks with Tiffany, I would be drunk, just kind of like expressing my emotions, my feelings, my hurt, my pain. I'm crying, I'm happy, I'm joking around, I'm this, and that. Buzz Talks with Tiffany was just more like discussing other things, just like how to cope with, a heartbreak, just how to keep going. I was working out all the time, going on runs. I was trying to get healthy during the day, but at night I was drinking and not being so healthy, I guess you can say. So yeah, a lot of things have happened since then. I stopped doing it about like 2 years ago before I was pregnant with my second born. I have two amazing, beautiful daughters. I have a 15-year-old and I have a 14-month-old. So that is a huge gap. And so, anyways, I just remember like my friends and just like other people who had added me on Snapchat who were following me, just reaching out to me and just thanking me how open and honest I was. And no matter how crazy I looked or me just crying or, just my downfalls, they were so appreciative how open and raw and how I really didn't hide anything. And, because they're just like, I am going through the same thing, but I can't be open about it. But the fact that you are, it just being able to relate to somebody that's going through the same thing as you is just, it does help you in a lot of many ways. So I decided to bring this back up um, in hopes that I could help somebody, and not just that, it's just, it helps me too. Like, it's just a good outlet for me. So I'm excited to bring you guys into my life. I am going to do very, very minimal editing. So if my words aren't coming out right, or I sound dumb, or I look goofy, or I'm just like not making sense, like, you're gonna hear all of it. So I mean, it is what it is. This is what it's for, right? And yeah, I'm excited to bring you guys around my crazy family. I am the second oldest out of 10. I have a lot of sisters. I have 7 sisters and 3 brothers. I am the second oldest. And you know what they say about the secondborns? And you know what? That's okay, because I feel like the secondborns are the coolest of the bunch. So, but yeah, no, my sisters are all pretty dope, and they're super awesome. We are all very super close. Definitely live busy lives, but when we do come together, it's amazing. My mom, she is pretty great herself. She makes it a point to get us all together when she can on the weekends. Like lately on, we kind of been getting into wine and just trying like different wine places and stuff like that. So, and I feel like just like being like buzzed off wine is just such a euphoric feeling. I love being buzzed off wine. I feel like it's just it I feel like it's like a happy feeling. I can't really explain it. If you know, you know, you know, you know. So anyways, yeah, so I will be doing my vlogs, and then I will be doing a podcast. So with my sisters, I'm trying to create a Sister Sundays. I've already spoken to my oldest and kind of given my other sisters a little bit of just basically like, I'm having a fucking brain fart where I don't know what the fuck I'm saying, because I'm just thinking, like, my head just has so much going on, and I'm thinking of what I want to cover. But yeah, so Sister Sundays podcast where we'll be drinking, eating, just kind of either discussing certain topics or just bullshitting around. So we'll see how all this goes, and we will just see. Ugh. Sorry guys. Okay, so it's so much different, like, just talking into, like, I get it, like, with my Snapchats, like, if I'm like talking to you, it's pretty much the same thing, but I think it's even more different when you're just like sitting here, you're looking at your camera, and you're like thinking of things to say. I feel like I'm overthinking myself, which I need to stop fucking doing that. So bitch, be your fucking self and just fucking talk how the fuck you talk. So, but not to be like that, but sometimes I am like that. But so yeah, so Sister Sunday podcast with all my sisters, and I want to bring my mom in. Like today, later on, when my daughter gets home from softball practice, I want to do a truth or drink daughter edition. So my daughter is excited about that. She had already got a hold of her friend and was like, "Hey, JC, you want to come over after softball practice? Me and my mom are gonna do a truth or drink, and we have to come up with some questions to ask her." So pretty much just like, hey mom, when was the first time grandma caught you sneaking out? Or when was the first time you feel like you had a boyfriend type thing, you know? So she's excited, and so I'm either gonna tell the truth, or if her question's a little too like crazy, I'm gonna take a shot. So look out for that video, and I just want to thank you guys for tuning into my first video. I'm sorry if it's all over the place. I'm still trying to get the hang of this again, and I just want to let you know that you are amazing and you are wonderful. And yeah, hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't. Comment down below of what you thought of this first video, and any future idea or any ideas for future videos. So yeah, thanks again for tuning in, and I hope you enjoyed my first video. And I'm sorry if I don't know what the fuck I'm saying, but yeah, love you guys.